Have to say about that?
Oh my god!
It's just too many buttons in front of you for you to be able to focus.
But Jack
on the
laughed.
podcast.
That was funny.
Welcome back to the Black Spider podcast. I'm here with my beautiful co-host, Mr. Matt Shiv.
What's up?
And I'm here with finally,
Oh, man.
my other co-host, Mr. Daniel.
Please don't say my full name.
My bad. I'll bleep it out. Dan, are you finally happy to be back?
I am. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I'm making your fucking thing louder. Yo. Actually, no, not that loud. What the hell?
I could hear you.
What happened?
I could hear you.
No, you can hear me, but I'm saying...
but I mean, I heard you get louder. I think this thing
Yeah,
is picking you up now.
Oh, because I'm at 2. My bad. I'm retarded. You're at 1.
You can't say that word. You have to bleep this whole part out. Let's restart. Let's redo another
Dan,
intro.
I hate to be this guy, but anything you think Jack is going to bleep out, he's not.
Let's do another intro.
No, Dan.
There's actually, in fact, not only did he not bleep this out, but there is a clip on the YouTube channel where literally Tatum says, we have to cut this out.
Not only did I not cut it out, I made
He made
a
a
clip. Not only did I not cut it out, I actually took that, cut it, and made it a clip and posted it on its own.
So it's not even like he didn't notice. He
Yeah.
perfectly noticed and just did not want to cut it out.
Yeah. So, anyway, today we have a barrage of topics to talk about, as I always say. Dan, I'm glad to have you back. Yeah, what was it like, just like not being able to leave your house like at all? Like, were you like depressed?
I don't want to talk about it.
What? Were you like crying?
I don't want to talk about it.
Why not? Bro, what's wrong with Dan, bro?
I know.
Nah,
You
let's
like-
talk about... I would
Are you
like...
like camera shy or something, bro?
I would like to talk about the Suicide Squad. The trailer debuted.
Well, I think we're talking about that later, bro.
Oh, I guess we are.
Isn't that your news segment, bro? Well, I don't know, bro. This whole thing is fucked right now. It's a fuck start.
We're off to a pretty rough
Right
start.
now, you know, it's because Danny's just a little shaky right now.
Yeah, you know, it's been a while since he's been on. You know, he's not used to doing it.
Danny's got to, ease back into it. You know, he's not the beautiful co-host he once was. But, so anyway, I'm glad. Point is, I'm glad to have Danny back. Whatever the case was, I'm glad to have him back, and everything like that. And I'm just so excited we could finally talk about all of our favorite topics. So, basically, this week, you guys both saw this, that the Jake Paul, you saw the press conference, where Ben Askren just slapped him in the face, my guy. What do you think
really
about...
slap him?
Not really, but what do you think about the press conference?
I think I have a sound on the soundboard that would best represent it.
Let's hear it.
Please don't put it all the way up.
Oh my god.
Please don't put it all the way up.
Dan, I think you
Lower
should...
it.
Yeah, like maybe like that. Now, what is the sound?
Fuck, which one is it?
You could just take a guess.
Yeah, that pretty much explains it, I would say.
Jake Paul and Ben
It
Askren.
was an explosion.
Yeah, I got it, man. Ben Askren, it seems like he, it seems like, to me, it just seems like Ben Askren's not afraid of Jake Paul, you know?
I don't think he should be,
Yeah.
to be honest.
I mean,
I still think I'm still like, as much as I want Ben Askren, I want him to win even more now after the
Yeah, I
press
know.
conference. Like, I always wanted him to win, but I
Jake-
still think it goes to decision
Jake seems to be kind of nervous,
in
though.
favor of Ben.
You know, like, just a few things. You know, it seems like, for being
I
honest...
mean, he should be nervous, though. I mean, it's
Yeah.
the first time he's fighting a real fighter, you know? Like, he doesn't
Exactly.
really...
I don't know why he's being a...
I think it's smarter that
he's
he's
just-
not being cocky about it,
He's
to
just
be
being so
honest.
cringe about it, you know? Like,
Yeah,
the press
well,
conference
he's
to me
cringe
was
about
so
everything.
cringe. It's not funny. It's just fucking cringe. Like, who cares? Like he's like, oh, Ben Askren, whatever. Like, it's just so cringe. Like, what do you think, Dan, about it?
Well, I don't know much about that topic.
I don't know much about carrots.
Well, you saw the video.
I did see the video.
What'd you think about the video about the face-off?
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't pay much attention to the video. But, you know,
What?
the guy got hit.
Yeah, he did
And,
get
you
hit.
know,
Whoa.
so...
It's heavy stuff.
Yeah, so, anyway, but he called Jorge Masvidal during the press conference. Damn, like what? Like, it's just so cringe, man.
Why'd you say like so many times? You gotta enunciate.
I'm sorry.
That is
Yeah.
not the right use of that word.
Yeah, word, right?
What?
You enunciate isn't really the word you would use.
It's the word I use.
Let's talk about summer, bro. It's short season, as you guys can see.
I'm actually repping the Black Spider
How can they
sweatpants
see it?
right
The
now.
camera's only above the table.
I'm repping the Black Spider
I'm wearing the
sweatpants right
sweatshirt.
now.
I'm wearing the sweater.
I'm also wearing the sweatshirt.
What are you wearing?
The embroidered.
What are you wearing?
Underpants.
A Black Spider?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Can we see it?
I don't know.
Oh, man.
Speaking of Black Spider, the spring summer collection short season coming out April 16th.
April 16th.
Gotta
The day before the Ben Askren fight. So to get ready for the Jake
did
Paul
another
Ben Askren
explosion.
fight.
we got I know. We got a nice giveaway coming up for the spring summer collection. We got some other things to tease on the Instagram, BSNY Apparel.
Yeah, I know. I'm very excited for that. You guys did a phenomenal job with the fall or whatever winter collection
Winter,
or
fall.
whatever. Yeah, winter fall collection. Phenomenal job from Mr. Shiv and Miss Alyssa. So Melissa, what the hell's that?
This is exactly what we needed a couple weeks ago, dude.
Is it really?
Yeah, look.
Does it connect to the phone?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
No, but I think this is what I brought though. Remember? I don't know what this does.
I don't know either. I think you could record it on the phone.
Anyway,
had a
yeah, me
wire.
too.
But yeah, like I'm very excited for the summer thing. You guys, I mean, I see some things that they're working on. Very good. I mean, we're dealing with some talented people right now. I'm very excited. I'm very happy that, Shiv is doing all of this. And
Yeah, I mean, if you want to get some stuff before, like you still want to get the hoodies and the sweatpants,
get them now, man.
get them now. Store at blackspidernewyork.com. But if you're more of a short season kind of guy, Jack officially launched short season.
Short season.
Where
Why
are
aren't you
your
wearing
shoes?
shoes?
I took off my shoes because the shoes were bothering me. This is basically our home.
Officially,
Every Wednesday.
short season. So shorts,
I would like to make an
t-shirts, tank
announcement.
tops, dropping April 16th. New designs.
The walls in here are so...
Danny on the soundboard was not a good idea.
No, I like
No,
the
it wasn't.
soundboard.
Really wasn't.
Probably his last time on the soundboard.
No, it's not.
We can hope so.
No.
So I think we're gonna move on to a subject that Dan wants to talk about, and that's the Zack Snyder cut. We waited a week to review it. Wait, Shiv, did you see it?
No, you never gave me your. What do you mean? Did
Get
I ever
out-
see it?
Out while we talk about it then. Wait in the hallway.
Well, I don't know. Well, you know what? Shiv will act as someone that hasn't seen it. Because
Act.
well, not act, but people probably have not seen it that's listening. So you could ask us questions about it as well if you have any questions. But the Snyder Cut. Let me give some backstory for the people that don't know. So, what was it? Like,
Danny, what are you doing?
My mic, it's like adjusting.
what was it? Like 4 years ago?
November 2017.
So
the
yeah,
original one came
Almost
out.
So 4 years ago.
Almost 4 years ago.
Zack Snyder, about 4 years ago, because I guess he was working on it beforehand. He was working on Justice League. Then I'm kind of confused. His daughter killed herself, right?
Yeah,
She passed away.
She
yeah.
committed suicide.
And but I heard recently that's not why he stepped away, and that was a lie. Is that true, or is that still why he stepped away?
I didn't hear anything about
Okay,
that.
so I'm just gonna say that's why he stepped away. He stepped off because he wanted to take some time for himself, and then Joss Whedon took it over, who directed the Avengers, and basically just changed most of it and got rid of a lot of the parts that they were working on and a lot of the future storylines because I guess Warner Bros. Wanted a different idea and wasn't really messing with the idea that Zack Snyder had. So then, after the release, the reviews were pretty bad for it. And now after what was it there was like so much demand for the Snyder Cut that they wanted to see Zack Snyder's version, and now it finally came out on HBO Max, and it kind of goes full circle because on our first podcast we talked about the announcement for it, and so Dan, what do you think about it as someone that's been hyped for it?
I since the announcement that this was coming to HBO Max, I've been pretty eager to see it.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I did.
Yeah, I know. Well, like I'll say the beginning was pretty slow.
It is slow, but the ending pays off.
The ending, the last 2 hours, the first 2 hours, a bit. But the thing that's interesting about it, in my opinion, I don't know about you, but the thing that was interesting about it for me is that the beginning is slow, but there really isn't anything I would cut out. You know what I mean? Like there isn't in the beginning. I feel like everything is needed, and there's just so much. Like, are we talking spoilers or Should you care if we like spoil anything or?
I mean, a little bit.
Okay,
Alright,
so we
so
won't spoil
we
it.
won't spoil.
But there's like a character in there that appears that I was surprised that appeared. You know who I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
it appears in the middle and then also at the end, and I was very I was very into that. And and it's just so many changes. Like it's so interesting to me that Warner Bros. And Joss Whedon just totally just changed everything. It was a pretty good movie.
Yeah.
I'm glad that that finally we got to see the version. And maybe everything happens for a reason, because if Zack Snyder made it, and released it then, it would have been probably like 2 hours. 2 hours would have been cut probably anyway. I doubt he was going to release a 4-hour film.
Maybe like 3 hours,
Yeah.
closer to 3 hours, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. So he would have had an hour of content cut, and you know what I mean? I thought there wasn't going to be much of a difference. Me and Shiv, me and Shiv were saying that on the first podcast that we ever did.
Well, I was thinking like, how much of a difference can there be?
But there really
like,
was.
because it has to be the same footage, like more or
No.
less.
There
like,
really was.
Like, it's not like there's new footage.
No,
like,
they actually did shoot the what was it? The end credit scene. I'm not gonna say what it was, but
There's an end credit scene?
the 2 scenes at the end were initially end credit
Oh,
scenes.
yeah,
but
yeah.
Because it's at home, they put them in the beginning.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
And
Because I recognize that. But then in the first movie, there's the end credit scene with Lex Luthor. I'll just say that because it's not really a spoiler.
Yeah.
But there's an
And
end credit scene with
the
Lex
scene
Luthor,
I'm
and they made a
talking-
few changes, I believe, to
They
it.
did, yeah. The dialogue is
Yeah,
different.
and
It's a bit longer.
and that was in it originally, and I was like, oh,
The scene that I'm referring to is the one after
yeah,
that.
I know that one.
That was new footage.
Yeah.
They shot.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I saw that they.
But there's
refilmed that.
certain scenes that were in the original that are different in this one. Different camera angles, a different tone, different dialogue.
well,
like
the
this-
thing- like
different
I said,
visuals.
the reason I called in the question, like how different it. Oh, it's not recording here.
No, you could just hit play, or whatever.
Hit play.
I mean, not hit play. I mean, you know what I mean. Like hit the recording.
Stop recording automatically. Nice. Who knows how long?
I clap for you for the thing.
Clap your cheeks.
No, not you, Dan. All right.
But yeah, I just called in the question how new it could be, because obviously they had footage that wasn't in the original, but like they it's not like they were filming much recently.
Yeah.
But bigger question, Jack, because we watched, well, not to give too much away, but we know exactly what your original thoughts on remember we
Oh, with the with the original movie.
yeah. So like compare.
Definitely
do you
improved.
remember like what we watched? Like
Yeah. But the review.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't.
You remember what you said because we watched it recently.
Yeah, the cyborg thing you're talking about.
All of it. I mean,
Yeah.
we watched the whole
Are
thing.
you
Well, one of my
talking about
biggest
the,
complaints. Yeah, so back in the day, I had a YouTube channel, guys.
I
think
wasn't
that's
trying to
what
give
he's
that
trying
away.
to say.
I wasn't trying to give it away.
I think he's
but-
trying to say, but I don't care. It's maybe one day on the podcast we'll watch some videos as a segment, but but one of my biggest complaints at the time was that it was very the tone was very off, because you could tell, like, it kind of just seemed like you could tell that there were 2 different directors working on it, and this has totally changed because now it's just the one director. And
Well, you said you couldn't
I don't know
in the review.
I
You
don't
said
even
you said actually
I
you said that was one of the good things.
I don't remember, man. I honestly don't remember my review. I don't remember I don't even remember watching the first one, honestly. Like,
The first one is pretty forgettable.
yeah, it really is. I really I
I forget
looked
it
up
exists
some
sometimes.
things that were different. Obviously, the whole Steppenwolf thing. I'm not spoiling anything, but the characters that show up that are different, I'm only gonna say the ones that were revealed, but there's also a lot more. Joker, I believe Darkseid was.
Yeah.
Steppenwolf looks different. I don't know.
Desaad, Granny Goodness appear alongside
The Aquaman's people,
the Atlanteans.
they appear, and I mean,
Willem-
I don't know if that was
Willem Dafoe's
revealed. But
character.
yeah, I never saw Aquaman, but
I like Aquaman.
I never saw it. But I mean, you like every
No, there's some I
Superhero
don't like.
movie.
There's
What movie-
Marvel and DC movies. That I
What
don't
movie
like.
do you? What's like the worst?
Yeah, what's like the worst you've seen?
Worst of like recent, like
Recent, the New Mutants,
the Mutants,
and Dark Phoenix was pretty bad.
Dark Phoenix. That was so forgettable. We saw that with me and didn't we see
The
that
3
shit?
of us saw it together, and Matt fell asleep.
Yeah, bro, pretty bad. I thought did Cam?
No, Dark Phoenix. Oh, I did fall asleep in that.
Yeah, you did.
I
I
thought that was a
remember. I have this
different.
vivid
Yeah, I
memory.
thought that
Suicide
was
Squad,
for some
the
reason.
first one.
For
Oh,
some
Suicide
reason, I thought it
Squad.
was
I didn't
Joker.
really like
I
that
fell
one.
asleep in, but
I didn't
Close it.
like.
At the time, you raved about Suicide Squad.
I know.
though,
When
right?
I
Like,
first
I'm
saw
not,
Suicide Squad, for some reason I liked it, and I don't know why.
Jack hated it.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Then it's like it was one of those movies that after when I rewatched it, I realized this is really bad.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm rejoiced that the sequel looks so much better.
Oh yeah, we'll talk about the sequel
We'll talk
later
about
on,
that later.
But I'm trying to think. What are some recent?
We're talking
Oh,
bad.
the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man movies were pretty bad.
The first one was okay, but I didn't like the second
Second one was bad.
The second one had like a few good moments.
Oh, well,
I-
Captain Marvel.
I didn't like them. I didn't watch Captain Marvel, but I didn't.
I
really
liked
watch
Captain.
the-
I liked Captain
A
Marvel.
lot. I
the
found a lot of
Spider-Man
Marvel
movies.
fans hate Captain Marvel.
A lot. I don't know.
I don't.
know why.
I hate Captain Marvel.
I think
That was so bad, in my
the thing
opinion.
that I've heard the
Like,
most.
I'm
I didn't
sorry,
see
but-
it because I normally, honestly, when like people are like sometimes really dedicated to watching superhero movies, but like when people tell me that like it's bad, I normally don't watch it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I'm like, why am I watching? So like the main complaint I heard about Captain Marvel is that Captain Marvel is supposed to be a really like great story, like the superhero herself is supposed to be like amazing, and like they
Mhm.
just didn't do it justice
You
in
know,
the movie at
the
all.
problem
Like,
with Captain Marvel, I find, is it's kind of hard to make a movie, and same thing with Superman. Is it's kind of hard to make. I'm not saying Superman movies are bad. Like all of them are bad. There's obviously good ones.
With
But
a
the-
really powerful.
I like. Yeah, it's so powerful. How are you gonna make a compelling story? And especially in a world where Captain Marvel, I think it was smart that they did it in the past, because how are you gonna have such a powerful hero fight something so powerful without the Avengers? You know, because you have the Avengers now. Who really needs that? And you know, she's just so powerful. Like, you know, she was able to find Thanos and whatever that quickly. You know, I just, you know,
She didn't find Thanos. Rocket did.
that made me
Oh, I
hate her
thought she found.
character.
Oh, I don't know. I don't really remember.
That
What-
made me hate her character in Endgame, bro. Because she was like, they were all like, well, we couldn't do it before, and she was like, you didn't have me. Like,
Mhm.
like what?
Yeah, I know. Like, she's just so powerful. Like, how are you gonna really have someone like that? You know,
I
like,
don't know. Personally, I enjoyed Captain Marvel, but that's just me.
yeah, no. I mean, like, once again, that comes back to our thing that we say. You like every
Yeah,
superhero.
I
I
watched
just
superhero
I just
movies.
listed like 5 I didn't like.
Nah, no, I was just kidding. We're just busting your chops, bro.
I feel like there was another recent.
Yeah, I'm trying
it
to
was,
think.
I think it was. I think it was a DC.
What
one.
about Wonder Woman in 1984? You didn't like her?
1984. I didn't think it was bad. I thought it was okay.
I didn't really watch it.
It was okay.
Um,
Like, the first one was really good, but this one,
I just
like,
don't know why this Wonder Woman movie has to be 33 hours long.
it's not. It's like, I don't know.
Well, I know it's not like 3 hours, but it's like 2 hours and like 40, right, or something like that.
I don't know. But you know what I don't understand is about this one is why did they why the 80s?
Oh, well, because I think it's supposed to be. Well, I don't know why.
I get the present, but like, why the 80s? Why not like another like?
Yeah, like the thing about Captain, like, you know, you could kind of relate Wonder Woman to Captain America in a way, and it's like, you know, with Captain America, they did the first one in the
In World War One.
Yeah, and then the
in
ne-
World
next
War Two,
one's-
I mean.
and Winter Soldier was good too, and it was present day. You could have
Yeah,
done
but
something.
this one, like, you know what it was? Is I don't know. There was a lot going
Oh.
on,
yeah,
and in superhero movies, a lot going on can work, depending on how you play it out.
Mhm. I also want to say that Wonder Woman and Zack Snyder and the Snyder Cut, I thought was
She was
phenomenal.
really good,
I thought
yeah.
it was really, and I'm not really a Wonder Woman fan at all. Like, I didn't really like mess with, but Wonder Woman looks so cool in these scenes and these sequences. Like, literally, like those are some good sequences. Like the sequence in the beginning, where
Yeah.
in the old movie, in the first movie, it was. I know it's like different. It's like a bank, isn't it? Not like a school.
I know what scene you're talking about in the beginning.
When,
It-
yeah, like the beginning scene.
it's like similar, but more extended.
Yeah.
Different camera shots, different exchanges between the characters.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fun fact about Wonder Woman is me and Jack saw it, but not together. We didn't go there together. But when we
Same.
saw the first Wonder Woman movie in 2017, we were in the same theater,
Mhm.
different ends, and we didn't realize till we both got up at the end of the movie and saw each other.
Exactly.
I saw that movie with you, Jack.
No, you didn't.
No,
No,
I saw it a second time with you and Donnie.
It was Donnie. I thought it was Jack.
Yeah,
Why did
no, it
Donnie
was-
go to Wonder Woman?
I don't know.
I didn't go. Yeah.
I thought you were there.
Nah, but what was I gonna
I
say?
don't know. I don't
Oh.
go to the movies without you. To be
And
honest.
you know, I just also want to say before we wrap the whole Zack Snyder Cut review, the Snyder Cut review, like, I also just want to like say, damn, like, I don't know what the word is. I just want to say, like, what a G, you know, because like, you know, he worked on this thing for free, you know, and you really put all of his passion in it.
He didn't get paid for
respect.
making
Yeah.
his version
Yeah,
of this movie.
Yeah, he just did it for free, and it's like just so he could put his vision out there. and and I'm just I
mean,
really fuck with that.
I think he technically got paid. 'Cause
Well,
he
yeah.
got paid for the first one. He just didn't get paid for like the
Yeah.
extra work he's putting in now.
It's like
but-
overtime, But I totally agree. I really like the Snyder Cut. Like, I mean, I like it's almost like a shame though, because I wish there were future things like I know Zack Snyder said basically laid out what was gonna happen, and basically that Superman was gonna be evil or whatever.
They were gonna use the Lex Luthor and Darkseid were gonna use the anti-life
Mm-hmm.
equation to manipulate him. I heard.
I don't know what an anti-life equation is, but but I just
It was in
know
the movie.
I just know. I don't know. All I know is that I know he's supposed to be evil, and it's supposed to be like Injustice. But Injustice, I know I think the Joker drugs him, and then he thinks Lois Lane is Doomsday, and then he goes fucking Chris
I know
Chris
Lois-
Breezy.
Lois
on
Lane
All
it.
right, but what about
Lois
the Killing
Lane.
Joke?
Lois Lane actually does die. Would have died in the Vision.
And what?
She would have died in this future.
Yeah, I know she does die, but wait, does she?
Not in the movie. I'm talking about like in a planned sequel that Zack
No,
Snyder
but he
wanted.
no. He said that she wasn't gonna because she's supposed to be at the end, and she tells. I saw a video about this that she tells because she has kids with Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, because they use time travel.
I don't know. I would say
Flash uses the cosmic treadmill to go back in time.
But all I know is at the ending. Well, I don't know.
yeah, no, that was after the.
Oh, so Lois Lane dies and they go back in.
yeah.
Okay.
So she's dead, but then
Gotcha.
they fix the time.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. All right. So I mean, you probably know more than me anyway, but yeah. So what a shame though. No, I hope maybe I was thinking this. He should make like a comic book. I mean, I wouldn't really care so much to read it since he just said the whole plot.
I wonder if the success of this, if HBO Max will just make like
Yeah.
a sequel or two.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I was thinking they do it like it doesn't connect to the ongoing DC universe.
Well,
like this
Warner
one.
Bros. Said that they're not making another one.
I know they did.
But,
I know a lot of people want David Ayer to make his version of the Suicide Squad
Yeah,
before they
yeah.
got involved.
Yeah, but
A
I
more
mean, come on.
darker,
How many
bleaker
cuts are we
tone.
gonna fucking make? I mean, come on. Like, I know, but the first.
Coming
but
soon,
it is
the
interesting.
Jack Walter cut of the Black Spider
Yeah.
podcast.
It's interesting though that because the first, in all fairness, the first Suicide Squad trailer was like a darker film.
It looked.
It was more serious and everything like that. It was.
I heard that the tone, the success of Deadpool, which was a really good movie,
Yeah.
is what convinced Warner Brothers. Because you remember they changed it and they had 6 weeks to rewrite the script and refilm.
Oh yeah.
So they did that, and then it was the mess that came out.
Yeah, I know. It seemed very weird. Like, we did seem kind of weird with the whole Joker. I felt like, and I know
was-
Jared Leto was pretty upset because he couldn't show his full potential, and that
He was
he was-
luckily he was able to in only one scene in
Yeah.
Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Yeah, exactly. He was able to, and it seemed much more serious. He seems more like a different Joker. I think Joaquin Phoenix is, or Heath Ledger's probably one of the best Jokers. I don't know which one is better.
I think Heath Ledger.
I don't know, but I don't know. It's kind of hard because Heath Ledger is such a good Joker, but Joaquin Phoenix, he
They
did
both
more.
They both won Oscars and Golden Globes.
Yeah,
for
they
that.
both. I mean, they both did phenomenal. Both movies.
I feel like the two Jokers, they're kind of different because one
Mhm.
goes against Batman and one is just like he
Yeah.
doesn't really fight anything.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think Joaquin Phoenix does more in the movie.
I was gonna agree. Joaquin Phoenix, I think, just had a bigger role to
Well,
play.
because he
Like,
leads the movie.
he had a-
I
yeah.
feel like it's they're the same character, but it's kind of like I don't know if I'm explaining it well, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
I gotcha.
they're kind of in two different movies.
Yeah, I gotcha.
One is Joker's the antagonist in a Batman movie, and Joker's the protagonist of his movie.
Joaquin Phoenix is a really good Joker. But anyway, yeah. So it's very hard to compare between Jokers and all that.
They were both really good.
Mine's up too.
They're making Joker too, right?
Joker 2 and 3, I think.
Yeah. So man, I'm very excited for that one. They're making a third one too. What do we have any info about what Joker's gonna be like? The third one? Yeah, I mean, it could be different things.
You know, the same guy who directed Joker also directed The Hangover, where in The Hangover, the first one was really good, and the two sequels weren't, so
Yeah.
hopefully that doesn't happen with this.
Yeah, but Joker, the first one is just such a phenomenal movie, man. Like, it's so good.
It was really good.
But anyway, let's move on. But we're gonna go around. We all have a news segment that we want to talk about this week, and yeah. So Shiv, I want to start with Shiv here.
Mine was Washington D.C., where I guess D.C. as a whole, right, is fighting to be a state, the 51st state.
And where is that? Like it's
in between Maryland and Virginia. No?
Yeah. I thought it was in Virginia or whatever, but so it'd just be like why? Like what? Like whoa? Like what's?
So yeah, no. When I first heard it, I was like, why? Like, you know, like it just seemed weird to me. It's because apparently there's a bunch of people who live there. I think there's more than, like Vermont as a whole or something.
Mm-hmm.
And they have no senators and no representatives at all.
Oh.
So they want representation.
Well, DC doesn't have its own votes on its own, or is that like it votes on its own
in the presidential election, yeah, but not in they don't have any other spots.
And what about Puerto Rico? Are they still trying to make that a state?
I don't have no idea.
They should try to make that a state too if they're gonna make DC a state.
Logan Paul's not gonna want to move there.
Oh yeah, because the tax won't be that high or whatever, or will be higher. I mean,
but Washington D.C. is in, but like obviously like D.C. is like the capital. I mean, I'm okay with D.C. being a state. I don't think there's anything special with 50. You know, like being like a big like I think it could be 51. It'll be fine. But people don't want it to be a state because it's a
Why don't we get rid of like Alabama or something?
It would be Democratic. Clearly.
Oh.
And people are mad about that.
So why don't you make like Puerto Rico then? Because I'm pretty sure Puerto Rico is more Republican. I'm pretty sure, and then that would even everything out. Kind of like what they did with the whole slave thing, you know. That they you know.
Yeah.
I would think that Puerto Rico is. I think it's more Republican. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I don't know.
I just think Puerto Rico isn't as involved in American politics. Obviously, like Washington.
Yeah, but why is Alaska a
smack
state?
In the middle. Why is Alaska a state?
Well, it's because don't they get like mad oil? Don't we have like mad oil?
Yeah, but it doesn't have to be a state for that. It could just be a commonwealth.
Yeah, I know. Goddamn, like. Oh man. This is why Danny can't be on the soundboard.
I know, that's what I said. He's gonna get bored and start playing.
I told you, Danny. Well, this will be Danny's first and most likely last time on the soundboard.
No, not last.
Yeah, like so. Dan, what do you think about DC becoming a state?
I mean, I don't think it's a bad idea.
You're not for it or against it. Dan, did you? We'll get into that when I'm doing my thing. But anyway,
ABC News, what they say.
So
I'm trying to figure out how. Like what they're like, you know, like how far they are in the process, or if it's just something people are talking about, you know. But I think I heard this morning. I don't know. I was kind of half asleep, but that they were like actually like voting, like it was actually like a real thing they were doing.
Mhm. Yeah, I know. And I mean, I'm not for.
Drafted a bill. Representative Eleanor Holmes Norton drafted a bill which would turn the city into the 51st state of Washington. Douglas Commonwealth.
I'm very excited for that.
They want to name it after Frederick Douglass, I guess, instead of.
So what would it be called?
Washington D.C.
It just says Washington Douglas Commonwealth, which it used to be.
Why don't they just call it Washington D.C. still?
Why don't they call it Jacksonville?
That's a good point. What would they call it?
Why not?
They can't call it Washington.
Why not Washington D.C.?
D.C.
Well, Washington is the city in the District of Columbia now.
Why don't they call it?
Why don't they call it where the
Why don't we all come
was?
up with a name right now?
Okay.
I'm okay with Douglas.
How about these fucking nuts? How about that?
Political buildings.
City has roughly 700,000 residents and doesn't have any voting representation.
That's crazy. But no, they don't. Oh no, well, like for the Senate and all that. Yeah, well.
All right, we got to.
Yeah, because when you have right.
I played the wrong sound.
When you
there
have
was a sound I was gonna use.
Yeah,
I hit the wrong one.
When you have a because the amount of representatives you get is based off of your population.
Yeah, I gotcha. I mean,
I don't know. I'm okay with I don't feel two ways about it. Like, should they really
it's
be
not much of a
should they really not be?
Yeah.
I mean, it's controversial in some respects. People don't want Republicans legitimately.
Well, I mean,
don't
or
want it to be.
Here, I mean, yeah, but that's so stupid, man. Because if we were talking about fucking, I don't know, some Republican. It was the other way around.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, no, they're basically saying like, they're not getting representation.
Yeah.
No taxation without representation. So just make it a state, bro. Like, why is it such a hard? This really shouldn't be this hard of a
Us
process.
Black Spider are endorsing that Washington D.C. becomes a state.
Black Spider officially endorses.
All right, next
Washington, D.C.
news
being a state.
segment comes from me. Danny, did you listen to the song that I told you to listen to?
No, I already told you I didn't.
I listened to it twice and I have the lyrics pulled up.
So NF is a rapper.
It's pretty garbage.
He released a mixtape. I like NF, but his last album, man,
Oh man,
The Search,
disappointment.
not even. I just was like, what the hell? I think the problem with NF, and I feel like he hasn't really learned from his mistake, is that his albums just are so boring. Well, not like no offense to the guy, but it's because they're like 20 songs. This isn't an album. This is a mixtape, so it'll be shorter. But it's like 20 songs, same beat sound, same flow, same everything, and it just becomes so boring after a while. There's no variety. Most time there's no features, so it's just his voice, his flow, his same beats. Like literally, you're like listening to the same song for an hour and 20 minutes over here.
Yeah.
And it seems like he hasn't really learned from his mistake. Most of these songs are the same, but Story is a song that I see some people talking about, and it's just a story about some girl that goes into goes into a gas station and gets shot. Well, it doesn't get shot. Sorry, sees like a robbery, and then it's just basically like there's not really any point to the story, but it's just a story, I guess. So you listen to the song? What'd you think?
Yeah, it's just as boring as every other. Like, I'm not a huge, like NF. I think you actually like kind of hit the nail on the head on why I never liked NF.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, but like you say you listen to the same thing
Mm-hmm.
for an hour. To me, when I listen, even when I'm just listening to this one song, it's still boring.
Yeah.
Like even though it's not boring. Like what I'm saying is that to me NF isn't boring just because he's repetitive. NF is just boring because it's just like his voice can be kind of monotone and the beats are like relaxed. You know what I'm saying?
You see,
it's not.
The thing about NF is I don't mind singles from NF.
There's no passion. That's what I'll say. That I don't think there's.
I know you didn't listen to the mixtape, but his last song, "Paid My Dues," I listened to because it came out in December of 2019, and I like that song, and I still like that song, but it was a single. But if I listen to the whole thing, it just sounds all the same. And it's basically the same thing. I don't mind a single. I don't mind listening to a 3-minute song of NF on that beat, on that voice, and that flow. But I do mind when I'm listening to it over an hour of the same thing, and I think that's just his problem. He has to, with his other albums, there have been different things. He's been able to, switch it up a lot. But for this one, it's just, it's all the same. And, I think that's the problem with this mixtape. And I think Clouds is better than The Search, but The Search was so bad.
I didn't like The Search.
The Search was very, very bad. I listened to it.
I didn't like NF. And I listened to The Search just to give him a chance. I know you said you didn't like it anyway, but you were always talking about NF, and I was like, let me listen to his album.
Mm-hmm. NF really choked it. I feel like.
Yeah, no, dropped the ball.
NF did really drop the ball on it, but hey,
I don't know. I'm not gonna sit here and bash NF completely and be like, oh, the guy has no talent, this and that. But what I'm saying is that even for you, while it's listening to more than one song, for me, listening to one song, he could be kind of monotone. The instrumentals aren't particularly interesting. To me, there's nothing there's no I don't want to say there's no creativity at all. The lyrics are pretty his story itself.
I feel like it's one of those things that
but there's no direction. There's no creative direction.
I hate saying this, but here's the thing. Lots of talented rappers out there. You could listen. Nowadays, you could go on SoundCloud and listen to some guy in Kentucky, and he might be as talented as NF, if not more talented, and he just might not have blown up yet.
Yeah.
And that's just the case. So being talented isn't enough anymore. You have to just find something that differentiates yourself from everybody else, or else you're just gonna fail. That's it.
Yeah. And I think I've said this on the podcast before. I don't know if I have, but the thing that sticks out to me the most in hip hop is creative direction, and you can see that in the way I
That's why
my favorite. Like when I say Kendrick Lamar is the greatest rapper of all time, it's because I think that he has the lyrical ability and the flow to match, Eminem and Tupac. I don't even like Eminem, but Eminem and Tupac, and but he has better creative direction than the both of them together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like the way his album is put together, like NF, kind of lacks.
And people are gonna get mad at me for saying this, right? And it goes back to me saying they have to be different. It's not enough to just be talented. There's people that are not talented that are making it, and it's not because,
Yeah.
People are gonna hate what I'm saying. Well, I'm gonna say people are gonna hate, but there's a reason we're talking that people still talk about. I mean, not as much anymore, but there's a reason people talked about 6ix9ine.
Oh yeah,
You know,
yeah.
he's not talented. It's because he's different. He's
He was
fixing
different.
himself up. He's got fucking rainbow hair. He's like no one else you're seeing anybody.
I would say the same thing about Lil Pump, who was like the butt
Exactly.
of jokes for a while.
Yeah.
You know, and it was like, oh, he just repeats the same thing over and over again, but like
Mm-hmm.
it works.
Who else is doing it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
Like it's because it's like at a point like it's so ridiculous
And
that all he did was say Gucci Gang over and over and over again that's why
and
it got popular.
say what you want about 6ix9ine too. Who's rapping like 6ix9ine?
Yeah.
And
Lil
I'm not
Nas
saying-
X
and
with
maybe
the-
that's not
the
a good
country,
thing.
I mean, you know,
Exactly.
he moved away from that, but
Still
what
people-
broke him out
Mhm.
was that country sound, and like that was crazy. He was getting on country charts,
Exactly.
a rapper getting on
Mhm.
country, you know. So
Exactly. And it's like sure, I could make a song like Lil Baby, or whoever you want, and I could rap.
he was just pressing the
I
button.
know. And I could rap like Lil Baby, and I could I could make a song just like that, or a Lil Baby type song. And
Then you just
sure,
listen to Lil Baby.
and sure, some people are gonna say, "Oh, that's heat, that's hot, that's hot. Whatever." But am I gonna make it anywhere? Am I gonna be mainstream? No.
That's why.
That's why
what. That's
we talk
what
about
worries
Kendrick.
me a lot about when you hear people, especially now, because you know, as much as me and you like to make fun of them, you know, if there's one good thing Charlemagne the God ever said, it's that we're moving out.
Who
of
hell
the,
raped
we're
your
moving.
sisters?
No, that's not good. Is that we're moving out of the Drake era very, very quickly. I forgot. I don't know if he said. I don't think he said we're moving into future. I forget exactly what he said, but whatever he said, it doesn't matter because I think we're moving into a Juice World era, which is scary. Like that's kind of annoying because when it was Kanye on 808s or T-Pain, I think, was doing it too, or even Drake, you know, singing, like, it was new. And then Juice WRLD came in, and I think Juice WRLD, I love 808s and Heartbreak, but I think Juice WRLD became the epitome of like, rapping melodically, aside from, like, Travis Scott, who uses auto-tune.
Yeah.
I mean, straight up, like, Juice WRLD was just singing.
Mhm.
Like, and I think we're moving, and, like, he like, brought this whole, like, emo, like alternative kind of sound, you know, and now
Yeah.
like so many people are replicating it. I'm like, I don't want to hear it, you know.
I know.
Like Juice WRLD was great, and I've been saying that. I honestly don't think that Juice WRLD reached even half his potential.
Yeah, I know.
Because someone who could freestyle for an hour straight, you know, could have made it very far. But like, I don't want another, you know, like that's why like the Kid Laroi.
Yeah, he
Like,
is.
the one song, like, I'm okay with, but, like, I don't want to keep listening, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, I don't need Juice WRLD again.
Yeah, I know. Exactly.
You
We don't
know,
need a Juice WRLD.
And I don't want to go on SoundCloud, you know, and try to find a new artist and find a bunch of Juice
You could
WRLD clones.
exactly. You could find people to like Juice WRLD, but the reason they're not making it is because, bro, we already got Juice WRLD. We
Yeah.
already got Kid Laroi. We already got these people. You know.
But yeah, no, I mean, like, do your own thing. Listen, come up with the sound. I promise you, even if it's not like the what you see on you know, like, rap, like
Can
the
I ask a
Instagram
question?
page. Yeah.
So, like, you know how you said I can hit this button before we end, but, like, how do I know when it's time?
You'll know.
I don't think I will.
You know, when I'm like, I forgot what I was even saying now.
I don't know, bro. I don't know, but
So, anyway, what I'm saying is even if it's not what you see on normal hip hop pages or like what you, you know, like what seems to be the formula that works, if you have a sound, I promise you somebody likes it somewhere. Like guaranteed. I think everything.
exactly.
What if it's, like, an annoying sound?
Someone will like it.
There's weird people, bro. Some people like fucking just screaming in the microphone. Some people like 6ix9ine, bro.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna like some annoying shit, you know. Like some people like weird ass music, man.
What about this noise?
Sure, man. Sure. Anyway, yeah, no, I think people like, you know, your sound no matter what.
Yeah, I agree.
Like I think at least some people will.
Yeah, I was gonna say something, but I forgot. But yeah, I totally agree. You know, with everything you just said. You know, I think the best thing is just to be original.
Yeah,
you know.
exactly.
But anyway, Dan has a new segment he would like to talk about. What? So Dan, you want to give some
Yeah.
exhibition?
Okay.
Or- yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So, I'm getting shy, but I'm just gonna go. So, The Suicide Squad, a movie written and
Can I
directed.
ask you a question?
Yeah.
Oh, like when do I know like when to press the button when it's ending? Like,
A button.
like you know, like when it's ending. Like how do I know? Like,
Well, because there's like a timer, so it's just like at a certain point you'll just know to hit it.
oh okay, thanks.
Well,
The
then,
Suicide Squad, written and directed by James Gunn, who previously wrote and directed Guardians of the Galaxy and Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, is making a somewhat of a reboot to the 2016 movie Suicide Squad. The trailer, Red Band trailer, dropped on Friday, and personally, I'm very interested to see what's happening. I must have watched that trailer about 50 times so far. I was wondering what your guys' thoughts were.
Shiv, did you watch it?
Did you watch it?
I did, yes. But, glad to see everyone's prepared today, yeah, no, I watched it. I'm worried, like, I talked to you about this, and you told me, but first I'm just going to say is that it worries me that it seems like there's just so many characters in this whole thing, man. It's just like how, and, these characters that are just kind of weird, The movie kind of looks too weird for my taste, and too many characters for my taste so far, so... I like James Gunn. I feel like it was a good Guardians of the Galaxy, great movies, but I don't know. Man. I would have. I'm not sure about this one. Not feeling it too much.
We just gotta wait and see.
Yeah. What do you think about it?
I didn't watch it, bro.
No, I'm talking to Dan.
Oh,
What do think
you looked
about
at me. I was like, I didn't
You
watch
did
it.
look at him.
All right. What do you think about it, Dan?
Personally, I don't think it's gonna be bad. I think it's gonna be good. I'm excited to see where it's going with this. It seems to be like a little, like slightly different than previous superhero movies.
Mhm.
So that's kind of
That I
exciting.
can say, yeah.
What?
I can say that for sure too. Yeah.
I'll watch it.
Definitely gonna be different than other superhero movies. Don't watch it on the podcast, otherwise we're gonna have a fucking other.
Well, just don't put it up. I'm just gonna watch it.
Bilal
You guys talk
Muhammad.
about it.
Yeah, but try not to lower
Won't
it.
the
Or,
mic pick up the sound?
No, it's muted.
oh, okay. Yeah, but
The mic's muted?
The
The video.
laptop is muted.
Well, don't, because you gotta watch it with the sound for the full effect.
No, I don't.
yeah, you just watch. Whatever. You can just read it. I mean,
Put subtitles on.
Basically-
Obviously, Dan. What? Thinks I'm an amateur over here.
yeah, but I'm.
Can I watch it with you?
Oh, Dan, we're talking about it.
Of course, I have to sign
But
in.
I don't know. Like I said, I'm too. I think I'm kind of just concerned with the amount of characters in it. I think. I just think I'm just kind of worried about I feel like I know you said something like tell me your theory about like all the characters.
Yeah, it's not necessarily. It's not my theory. I was watching, videos on the internet and YouTube about this, but there's, how, well, if you've watched the trailer, there's there appears to be two groups of two separate teams. One with the more famous, well-known actors and different characters that more people would want to see, like King Shark and Harley Quinn, and one team who doesn't appear that much in the trailer with other characters that you maybe not heard of that much, with actors but not they're not that famous. And the theory that's going on the internet is the villain in this movie is Starro. He could latch onto your face and control you. So there's two theories. That one is they're either all gonna die immediately, like in Deadpool 2 when his team did that, or Starro's going to attach to them and mind control them. So, you know what I have to say about that?
It's the.
Oh my God!
It's just too many buttons in front of you for you to be able to focus.
Jack
on the
laughed.
podcast.
That was funny. The time was funny. But anyway, time back in. But yeah, but I'm very excited for the Suicide Squad movie. Well, I'm excited in a way that I'm more curious, but I'm not excited in the way that I think it's gonna be good. I'm definitely gonna watch it.
I mean, it has potential to be good.
Yeah, I don't know. But hopefully, it's better than the last one.
Well, I don't think it's that hard to make them
Yeah,
forget
word.
from the last one.
But yeah. But shit, did you see the trailer just now or?
He's towards the end.
Oh well, I don't know. But Will Smith's not in this one, right?
No, he's not.
Why not? Was there a reason for that?
I think he just didn't want to return.
Yeah, he just didn't want to.
I don't think
He's like, I'm not gonna join into that again.
he was good in the other one.
Yeah, he was. I thought he was really good as Deadshot.
I thought him and Harley.
They were like, yeah, him and Harley Quinn were definitely the best things in the movie.
I was disappointed when I found out he wasn't coming back, but I think it was Will Smith who decided
Yeah,
not to.
definitely.
So I think James Gunn would have loved to put him in here.
Yeah, I doubt James Gunn was like, oh no, hell no. You know what I mean?
I could see why. I could see if James Gunn didn't want Jared Leto's Joker in this one,
Yeah, for sure.
because I can't really see him.
Well, I know
fitting
there's a
into
lot
the
of like
story.
drama.
What?
I said I know there's like a lot of drama. Like, didn't he like give like dead rats to like the fucking people? Like,
Used condoms.
but I thought it was like also dead rats and shit.
I didn't hear dead rats, but I know.
I don't.
Like,
Used condoms isn't better.
I don't think it's better either.
But you know,
What if he wasn't the one who used them?
was he the one? I mean, that's even weirder. If he, I mean, were they actually like used?
He said used because I saw a clip, and it was him at like a red carpet or something, and the woman said, "Who did you send used condoms to?" And he goes, "Oh, everybody," because he's a method actor.
Yeah, I know.
So he was pretending he was like being the Joker.
I got
But
that.
I don't think the Joker's ever sent used condoms to his coworkers.
Maybe that was just like an excuse. He just always wanted to do that, and he's just fucking was like, "Why not right now? Do it." I just can't.
Well, I sent to him. You think like he went in person and handed it to them, or you think he like mailed it to their house?
Nailed it to them.
I think he mailed it to him. That's so weird, man.
So he had to take the time to find all their addresses.
That's what. That's. It's weird for sure, man. That guy's a weird guy, but you know. But no, I'm excited for this. Like I said, you know, I like James Gunn, so hopefully he could save it. I'm excited for Guardians 3 more than this.
Me too. They're also Guardians is also before the release of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 in 2023. There's a holiday special.
I
Guardian-
know. Yeah.
That was actually I remember when I had my YouTube channel, I made a video about the Guardians of the Galaxy and James Gunn announcing the holiday special in 2017.
He announced it back then.
What?
He announced it back then.
Well, he announced he was gonna make it back then, but then like nothing happened of it. Now that Disney Plus is a thing, he's finally getting a platform to release it on.
Damn, I'm excited for that one.
Me too.
Glad James Gunn is back because I can't imagine anyone taking that over.
They were. I mean, Taika Waititi. Like, I could see him doing good with it, but like, you want to see James Gunn see it through.
Yeah, come on, let the man breathe, homie. But yeah, but that's all of our news segments. Did you hear about this thing that San Francisco is giving like 1K to artists or something?
Really?
Yeah, for no reason. No.
There's some place in I forget what state it is, but they're giving $25,000 to anyone who was affected by Jim Crow laws
really.
from 1914 to 1969.
I just don't know. I saw this thing, right? That was weird. I just wanted to share this with you before we wrap things up. I just thought it was a crazy story. It was like this murder. So I saw this on TikTok today, and I thought I would share it with the class, you know. But so there's this cop, right? This female cop, and so she had like a husband, and like they got divorced, and he had a new girlfriend. So she broke into his house and basically beat the girl to death, bit her. Well, not to death, but
Oh,
not
I know
literally.
what you're talking about.
Bit her, and then and then and then killed her husband. And then like 20 years later, like they had she was like promoted to all these things. She was like the captain for like art.
Art. It was art
It's like
thief.
weird,
Yeah,
like a thievery. I don't know why they have that. Like what the hell, but I don't know. So she was like in charge of art thieves. Why playing footsie with me?
I don't know.
But art thieves. And then they tested the DNA for the bite mark.
20 years later.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was the case went cold.
Yeah. Well, they
she
thought it was
set
a
it up to look
robbery.
like she set it up to look like a burglary,
Yeah.
and so they never caught the
So the
burglar.
DNA and the bite marks stayed for 20 years.
No, someone swabbed it at the time, but they didn't. It was in the 80s. I think the crime was actually committed, so they didn't have technology
Like
that.
So then they tested it.
Yeah,
and-
so then they were just doing cold cases in the 2010s.
and then they found out it was a female, and they were like, oh shit. So they were like, maybe it is the cop. So then they took one of her coffee cups or one of just the cups, and they swapped it, and it was a perfect match. So then they bring in the interrogation room.
What a coincidence.
I know, they bring in the interrogate. Well,
No.
well, they figured because
She was a suspect at the time. Not a
because-
suspect. Like, they didn't
because,
take
yeah.
it seriously, but it
She's
was
the-
reported that
probably
she was
'cause
stalking
she's a cop, you know, like
the person. Yeah, it was reported that she was stalking the person that died.
Yeah.
So they were looking over the files, and they're like, wow, she was involved. Like, we should probably check, you know?
exactly, yeah, and then basically her whole face changes. Like, imagine, like, bro, like I would shit my pants. Like, fucking 20 years later, they bring up this. I'm like, oh shit. But so they arrest her, and then she's in jail. That's crazy. Like, I was just so surprised. I mean, I'm sure her being a cop definitely had something to play in, like the fact that she wasn't like really more investigated. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it kind of threw me off. Like, they were looking at the evidence,
Mm-hmm.
and it was very weird. I read a Wikipedia article on it. It was very weird to me that they just assumed burglary so quickly.
Yeah.
Because the woman, first of all, was bit. Like, that's weird enough.
Yeah.
She was shot 3 times. The door wasn't broken.
She bit her. Like, that's just such a
The-
weird
the
thing
door-
to do.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering that too. Like,
The
how
door,
did the bite?
well, yeah, but you know why they actually investigated it? They tested the DNA, and it was a woman, and they were like, legitimately, like, this is a real thing. They were like, women are a lot less likely to
Yeah.
be burglars.
Yeah.
Like, literally, they just
Yeah.
assumed because it was a woman that it had to be murder, and it couldn't have been a robber.
Yeah. That's like the
That
weird-
was like the first thing that made them open it up, but the door wasn't broken. There was another thing too that they apparently the fight started upstairs and traveled downstairs, and there was a perfectly stacked DVD set at the top of the stairs, and they were like, well, someone must have set that up after they fell because it had to be knocked over.
Yeah.
And there was blood prints on the like a thumbprint, but it
But,
wasn't
like the discs, like they'll still be able to read, like if you put them in a DVD player.
I don't know, damn. But on one of the cases, there was a blood mark like a thumb, but she was wearing gloves, so like it wasn't a fingerprint.
Yeah.
So like as if she killed the woman and
So
then
she wore
stacked the
gloves
CDs up.
not for her fingerprints.
I
but
know,
she
and then
didn't, like,
bit. But again, the
she-
technology didn't exist at the
Yeah.
Why
time.
didn't she wear like a mask?
Well, keep in mind, like,
It doesn't matter. There wasn't cameras.
Yeah, keep in mind back then, there's no cameras, no fucking.
Yeah,
no
like
DNA.
literally, there was no
They
like.
can't even commit crimes no more. The
Yeah.
cops are spoiling the fun. You gotta say.
Probably should say that.
You can't rob a house no more without Karens fucking checking their cams annianymore.
But yeah, no, that
You see, that was a good use of the sound, you know? But finally, Danny has a perfect use of the soundboard. That was good. All redeeming yourself over there. But yeah, man, I thought it was a crazy, crazy case. Like, I couldn't believe that.
Yeah, I just can't believe they accepted robbery at the time. Although actually, conveniently for the woman, there was actually a robbery.
Oh yeah.
Very close in time to the you know what I mean?
Yeah, like I said, I'm wondering how much her being a cop has
Oh
something to
yeah,
do with it.
probably.
You know what I mean?
But it was probably because the family probably was like, yeah, you know, I heard she was stalking my daughter, the one who died, and and they were like, she's a cop. Like,
yeah, I'm sure they were like,
yeah, and you know what? Actually, this was another piece of evidence I thought was weird. They didn't catch at the time. The gun that was used was a popular off-duty weapon.
yeah,
And she reported it stolen near a pier in California. The case in California, 13 days after the murder.
yeah,
And they never suspected a thing. Like the gun was a popular
didn't
like
she
it
say
couldn't
it
be
was-
her actual cop sidearm because you get in trouble for losing those. But a popular off-duty sidearm for cops was the murder weapon, and she lost it and reported it to a different police department in California near a pier. And like 13 days after, like not even like a year, like literally 13 days later.
and I couldn't believe it.
Why didn't she just report it like lost like before the crime?
I mean, because they probably would have tracked it down, I guess. And well, I report it lost and then use it.
Well, I don't know much about murder.
I'm sure you don't.
Sure.
That sounds a little suspicious, Dan. Have you murdered someone?
Oh my god.
Oh my god. But yeah, I'm very excited. Dan, any update?
Excited for what?
I don't know, bro. That's like my default. That's my default, bro. I just sound excited. I'm not excited at all. I'm actually really sad. But no, Dan, any update? Because we talked about this on the podcast a while ago. Any update on, before we wrap things up, any update on the movie you want to make?
I'm working on it.
Still working on it? And again, have you actually been working on it, or is this like something you just are you saying?
Are you just saying?
Because I've heard no updates or anything.
Yeah, me neither, actually, surprisingly.
Yeah, I used to like be honest.
Yeah, actually. We used to talk about it every day.
Yeah, no, I haven't. Is there actually any updates, or is there?
You know what it was? It's like I stopped working on that, and I was finishing up scripts for like movies, like future movies I would like to make, like big budget movies.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of focusing on those.
Yeah, I hope that works out. I was just wondering, I thought we
Yeah.
could talk about it on the
Thank you, I
podcast.
appreciate that.
But yeah, anyway, I think you could press that green button because we're gonna.
Shit.
Dan, your thing isn't up.
Oh shit. All right.
All right, we got to wrap this up, though.
Yep, Dan's definitely taking a break from soundboard.
for sure.
But
No.
Sorry.
No.
definitely at least a one full rotation.
That's it. I'll mute you.
That's my button. So
I'll mute this guy.
That's yours.
I know.
So anyway, but I'm glad Danny's finally back. You can press the yellow button.
Yellow button.
You
Yeah, put the volume.
Danny, you are like incredibly bad at the soundboard, but it's okay. We still love you. Danny's back. Danny should be back next week unless another pandemic happens between then. We have COVID-21 and Danny can't ever be out again, and then we'll be sad. But anyway, you can follow me at Jack Walter and follow the at Black Spider Podcast, and also subscribe to the YouTube channel, and also go on the website to get your last bit of merch until it all goes away.
The spring summer collection dropping soon.
Anything you gotta plug, you guys?
Follow me on Twitter at @MovieXL_.
Is that actually you actually have Twitter?
That's actually my Twitter. I'm starting to use it.
Your turn, yeah.
Follow me on Instagram at Matchiv, MATTCHIV. You could check out the store at store.blackspirenewyork.com. Follow on Instagram for updates, giveaways at BSNY Apparel. You know, the spring summer collection, short season. Come, Jack, you're gonna get shorts for short season.
Of course I am.
One
Of
for
course
every
I'm
day of
gonna
the
get-
week, 7 pairs.
Of course. Well, I really just need one pair and I'll wear it all 7 days.
Jack only needs one pair of shorts.
Anyway, but it's been the podcast, and I'll see you guys next week. I want to do a conspiracy theory episode where I'll get some conspiracy theories. We could talk about it. I think that would be a fun episode. But anyway, hopefully we come more prepared watching the things we want to talk about.
Yeah, Jack.
No, I've watched everything. I actually was fully prepared for this episode.
Did you?
Yeah.
Shit!
I
To be
watched,
fair, I didn't give him anything
watched
to watch.
so-
My
I
my my my
In all
favorite.
fairness, he watched one thing. Like, like he had what's it
Let's do
called?
this again, Jack. Did you?
I did.
One of the things was his thing, and the other one was yours. To be fair.
All right.